What is happening, YouTube? This is King Under the Mountain here, and I'm back with another Clash of Clans video, guys. And today we're gonna be talking about the healers. As you can see, we have the healer event coming up in just less than 12 hours from now, and I'm gonna be sharing with you an awesome farming army that you can use with healers at a really cheap price and still get tons of dark elixir really fast. So into the army composition, we have 10 giants, 25 goblins, 4 wall breakers, 13 wizards, 6 healers, 3 raid spells, and 3 earthquake spells. Of course, accompanied by a single earthquake spell in the clan castle that's gonna make it a quad quick. Looking at the price of this army, it only costs 230,000 elixir. That is still without the discount on the healers. As you can see, I'm training these armies before the healer event even starts. So after discount, this army is going to come down to as cheap as 180,000 elixir. Maybe if you want to switch out the goblins for a single P.E.K.K.A, you can do so, but the army cost will still be at around 200,000 elixir. That's still pretty cheap, and using a P.E.K.K.A would of course make it really strong. Now the key part of this army is actually your Archer Queen, which will be healed by the 6 healers. It's going to be a Queen charge, Giant Wiz attack, and so please make sure that the queen is available during this event. If your queen is down for an upgrade, I'd recommend that you use the healers on the giants and make sure that the P.E.K.K.A gets to the core. But the quad quake will really help you in that. But today I'm going to be showing you a couple of attacks, of course, with my Arch Queen available, level 17. Beautiful queen. And we're going to dive into the first couple of attacks. So I've been practicing this army not for too long, just very recently. And I just thought I should try it out for the healer event coming, so I can farm some dark. So this first attack I'm against max base, guys. Only the walls are not max. Apart from that, he has max expos, max defenses, and at the same time it's a very tricky base design, as he has a couple of defenses on the outside of the base, which makes it really hard to funnel troops into the base. But this queen walk's gonna actually do the trick for me. As you can see, starting off with the queen with a couple of healers, 2 wizards or 3 maybe to create a nice funnel. Make sure that the queen moves in the direction that I want it to, towards where I'm gonna wall break into the base. That is anti-clockwise at this moment. I started off with a couple of wizards at 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock of the base to clear some outside buildings, and a successful wall break is very important. I leave my giants and my wizards with a barbarian king down at around 8 o'clock to clear these outside buildings and create a nice funnel as well, making sure that every troop moves into the base towards the dark elixir storage where the dark elixir is, and that's what I actually want from this raid. Raging up the queen again to make sure she stays alive. Goblins go into the base. Actually misplaced that rage there, wasted the rage, but eventually ended up getting all the dark elixirs. As you can see, it's a really strong attack. And the Arch Queen's actually the really key part of this attack. The Archer Queen actually in this attack ended up getting me all the loot. If you do not have an Archer Queen, the P.E.K.K.A would still get you enough dark elixir to make a good profit. But if you have an Archer Queen available, that's the best thing ever. As you can see, the healer's still healing that queen, level 17 queen, and she's going to move about the base, take out key structures, take out the structures that contain the dark elixir, and that's going to give me good loot. And those giants actually do a good job here of tanking and taking out that expo as well, with that single wizard helping out. And I'm going to save my Arch Queen ability. I'm going to use it eventually just to make sure that she's at full health for my next raid as well. So this is a pretty strong attack, guys. As you can see, I got a 2-star, 51%, including the town hall, a good 2,800 dark elixir loot. And that's pretty insane because I have town hall 8 level troops. As you can see, level 5 giants, level 5 wizards, and level 3 healers. And I'm still raiding from max town hall 9 bases. In the next attack, guys, I was actually very tempted to attack this base because of the elixir storages that were towards one side and had actually pretty good loot. So I'm going to start off with my queen down at the 6 o'clock position to take out the town hall. Kind of expected Tesla farm that, but I didn't adjust my attack towards making sure that the Tesla farm is taken care of, and that actually almost costs me this entire attack. I was going to fail, but again, a last minute improvisation saved the attack, which you're going to see in just a few minutes. I have a single wizard up at 9 o'clock clearing out their barracks and making sure of the funnel. And as this queen is going to take on the town hall now, I'm going to wait for a while before the cannon engages with the queen, and then the wall breakers will go in, giving a successful wall break, followed by the giants and the wizards from the back. I was so actually busy and involved in deploying my giants and wizards, I actually forgot about the queen, and the health got really low, and I didn't have time for a raid spell, so I was forced to use the ability, which I wouldn't have wanted to do, but I still end up getting the loot, so it's pretty fine. As you can see, goblins under a rage taking out 2 elixir storages, but eventually dying to a giant bomb. And the Tesla farm that pops late actually pulls my queen down away from the dark elixir storage around the base. And at this point, I'm actually quite desperate to recover and make a good recovery. So I leave my wizards down just to make sure that these outside buildings get taken out and hopefully force the queen into the base. Let's just see how it actually pans out, guys. So my queen is gonna walk, eventually step up and take out that mortar and take out the wizard tower, and it's gonna break the wall. And it's gonna actually be a really smart queen right now. She's gonna break the wall. She's gonna step up and take out the X-bow. I'm gonna actually speed the replay through the wall break and the X-bow destruction. And again, she's going to be really smart. So as you can see, as you will see in a couple of seconds, as soon as she takes on that gold storage, I have the raid spell saved just in case the archer queen, enemy archer queen or barbarian king engage with my queen. But my queen is so smart, she's going to stay out of range of both of these deadly threats and still get me the dark elixir. That is pretty insane, guys. I have a raid spell which is still left, and I eventually get all the dark elixirs from this base, which is a good 2,300, including another 300,000 elixir, which is pretty awesome, and a 2-star, so that it can accompany and it can help me push trophies for this 4x star loot bonus, which is also available right now, which is actually going to be pretty helpful for us. And moving into the third attack, another successful 2,800 dark elixir raid. This is a maxed down online base, guys. This is not just a maxed down online base, this is actually a pretty hard base when you're farming using ground troops. As you can see, these small gaps and the ring base design makes it really hard to funnel the troops into the core of the base. But since I have a queen walk with a 4 earthquake spells that's going to open up this entire base, you will see just how easily I can raid from a base like this, which actually others would actually try to avoid to raid from these kind of bases because it's very hard to funnel the troops. So again, my healers are level 3, so I had to use my rage spell pretty early because my queen was taking too much damage. But that's no problem. I have wizards coming, taking on some key buildings, creating a nice funnel. Wall breakers going in successfully. So as they say, the wall breaker's success is actually the key to any successful attack. Wall breakers, a single wall breaker fail can ruin the entire attack. And the queen steps up right now, taking on good buildings. The healers still at pretty good health. The giants are going to die too soon here, guys, because I do not have a heal spell, but that's pretty okay. The queen is the major part of this attack. The giants are just supposed to tank for a while. The goblins also being pretty useless here, being completely roasted by the X-bow, Tesla, and the wizard tower. But the hero queen is going to get me all the dark elixir. The healers, 6 or 5 healers that are alive right now, are going to heal the queen back to full health. Another raid spell just to make sure she doesn't lose too much health too fast. And the healer is still on the queen. The queen's taking on the town hall. I have the ability in the bag that's going to help me get all the dark elixir. And at this point, I'm just going to put it at 4x speed for the rest of the raid. I eventually use my ability to make sure I get the remaining dark elixir from this pump right here. And that's just going to be another 1-star, sadly, but still a 2,800 dark elixir, which is pretty awesome, guys. So as you can see, this healer attack is pretty overpowered. It's amazing. You can take on maxed down online bases with really low level troops and actually have an army trained already. So I'm going to be using it and showing you just how this attack really works. I'm going to be walking you through this attack. And I think I found a good base that I want to try. So if you guys can just give me a minute to plan this. Right, so this base is actually another ring base. The ring bases are the type that people using ground farming armies don't really want to attack because it's very hard to funnel the troops into the base. The troops might actually move out, but using 4 earthquake spells, you can completely open up the base. You can make sure that the troops go into the base. It's pretty strong. So dropping my queen and 6 healers on here, 2 wizards to create a good funnel. Make sure that my queen, goes where I want her to go, which should be in the anti-clockwise direction, to make sure that it made up with the rest of the group. The air defense picking on some of my healers, but that's pretty fine as long as the queen walks up to this barracks here, which it should. Then it's pretty alright, and this is when things can go right. And this is all about patience, guys. I'm going to be very patient with my troop deployment. I'm going to be very patient with my spell deployment because the queen walk is actually a pretty delicate attack. I have not been doing it. Okay. I actually lose my queen there, guys. I was so engrossed in talking to you guys. I actually lost my queen, and this is going to be a fail. This is going to be a terrible fail. Okay, this is going to be a bad attack, guys. Believe it or not, the CC Giants took out my queen. Giants. I'm talking those big fat things took out my archer queen, and this is going to be a failed attack, guys. I'm sorry, because I'm pretty rusty at a queen walk. I've been so busy upgrading my queen. I've not used it so much. Do not have a queen walk available. That's going to be a really terrible attack. You can go down below in the comment section, right? That king under the mountain sucks. KOTM sucks. It's going to be completely alright. But as you see from the replays, this attack is actually pretty strong. Using the quad quake and the queen walk is a really good combination to get into the core of any base and get all the dark eligs. And with the healer event coming up, this is going to be a really cheap army, and at the same time 4x started bonus. It's going to help you push trophies, get to a higher league, get more loot bonus. If you like the video, please leave a like down below. Please subscribe to my channel if you really want good quality Clash of Clans content. Till that, this is King Under the Mountain signing off. Thank you. Take care.